Adam is with us in St. Louis. Hi, Adam. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
No, I'm kind of lost. I've been listening to you for about 8 months now, so I have a general idea of how to do things, but I also don't. My son has stage 3 T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma, and because of his cancer battle, my $30,000 in debt is still accruing. It's still going up. And I'm looking for advice on how to kind of work on where I'm at, plus be able to handle the incoming bills of his medical.
Okay, so you got $30,000 in debt now. And
Right.
what's his prognosis? How's he doing?
It's curable, but it's going to be about a 2.5-year recovery.
Okay. And how far into this? Are you 2.5 years from now?
2.5 years from now, we're about 1.5 years in.
Okay, and you have 2.5 more years to go.
Correct.
Okay, and what's your household income?
I bring in about $37,000 a year.
Wow. And you currently have $30,000 in outstanding medical bills
Correct.
that insurance did not cover.
That the insurance did not cover.
Okay.
I have horrible insurance through my work, unfortunately.
Okay. And so, well, the first goal is for your family to eat, and we take care of your son. Long before
Correct.
we worry about paying back medical bills, okay? The second goal is to develop a plan to keep his treatments going and not get behind any further, right? And so what do you know what your ongoing bills are going to look like from this point forward?
As of right now, I know that just some of his medication that he has to take regularly is $950 a month.
Okay. And that's not covered?
That is not covered.
Okay. And have you been in touch with that drug company to tell them that you make $37,000 a year? Do they have any help available?
They've sent me mountains of paperwork to fill out, which I've filled out and sent back, and now they're just kind of in negotiations, I guess. They're calling me, I'm calling them. We're trying to work something out, and they've lowered it down because that pill that's $950, it was originally $1,100. So they knocked it down some for me, but it's still, I've done 401k loans, which I know you're against those. I've done those to try and, help with this, and honestly, I kind of don't know what to do,
I understand.
Your plan, I love the way it sounds and stuff like that, but it's like, how do I get started doing this when I have this?
You don't until we get the other side of this. Right now, we're in survival mode financially. And because we're going to take care of your baby. That's your first thing, right? Before anything else, before we worry about my plan, So you're going to, the first goal is just to get survival going, and that means being able to buy the medication and feed your family and keep your lights on and not lose your house, right?
Correct.
And so we start doing a budget with that, and immediately I went to, if we can cut the cost on the medication, and you're already working on that, I would keep working on that. That's what I would do. So begin to push that down, and we'll work from there. But I think what I want to do is just back up and go with what we call the 4 walls. And that means keep the 4 walls of your house standing, okay? It starts with food, and you make enough to buy food, okay? And buy the medication. Food, and then we're going to pay the lights and water and buy the medication. Do you have a mortgage or rent?
It's a rent to own.
Okay. You pay that bill, okay? So you eat, you keep the lights on, you pay the rent so you're not homeless, and you pay the medication.
Okay.
There's not going to be a lot of money left over after that. Your wife does not work out. Your wife does not work outside the home.
Correct.
And she's got a full-time job taking care of a little boy with cancer. Yeah. And so, you buy that, and, other stuff, stop adding to a 401k, stop buying anything or doing anything. If you've got an old student loan laying around, just tell them I'm not paying it right now. Good luck. Because you got to buy this. You got to buy this medication and your food for your family, and that's really all I'm worrying about. Now, if you can find some extra money to begin to, be current on other things first, and then begin to pay off some of those old debts while not accruing new ones, then that would be the best case, right? You'd be like treading water.
Right.
If you're getting further behind, I'll accept that versus not buying his medication, right?
Right.
I mean, we're going to buy the medication, period. Then,
yeah,
but hopefully you're not getting further behind. Hopefully you can pick up some side work or some overtime or something else, because $1,000 a month coming in extra right now is a lot of money for you.
Yeah, that would be a lifesaver.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you're probably going to look at doing that sometime in this journey. I don't know when. I mean, it depends on how your son's health is going and how much time you need to spend there with him. I don't want to take that away, but I'm trying to keep your family from getting underwater so far that you can't get out 2.5 years from today.
Right, exactly. And that's one thing I've been looking into, and with trips to Iowa City, which is a 4-hour drive from where I live at, that's just the best doctor we've been able to find. It's hard to find that second job that would still allow me to do, to go to the Iowa City, I guess. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good. Yeah. So let's kind of lay it out this way. Goal number 1 is the 4 walls and medication. You know what I mean when I say that?
Yes.
Okay. Once you've got that, goal number 2 is to be current on existing other debts. Okay?
Okay.
Then goal number 3 will begin to pay off those debts. If you make enough money to get all the way to goal number 3, fine. If you don't, fine. You're going to break even for a while until we get the other side of this and the need for this expensive medication goes away, the medical bills go away, and you can work extra. Your wife can take a side job. Once his health returns, we can do a lot of stuff to dig out of this, right?
Right.
But for right now, our goal is to feed your family and save his life.
Right. Okay. So just let collections go to collections, basically.
Yeah, they can just stand in line outside the door, because I'm not going to pay them and not buy this medication.
Right.
I'm not going to pay them and let your lights get cut off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just prioritizing the money that you do have with those 3 goals.
Right.
Most important things first, next most important thing, and next most important thing. And an unpaid old medical bill is way down the list of important things. It's not really there. It's not even on the list of important things. It's on the list, but it's not important.
Okay.
We'll get to it when we get to it. Now, if you get a $50,000 inheritance check, yeah, we'll reach over and start paying some bills, right? Or you get a new job making $180,000, we'll reach over and start paying some bills, right? But until you start making excess money above your 4 walls and staying current, going back on old stuff, you don't have the money to do it.
Okay.
You'll get there eventually, but for today, if we can tread water and take care of his health, that's going to be our thing. So you call me back if I can help you any further, man. I appreciate the call.